All right, I'm back. They actually, people were saying if they really want to be in the 1980s, then they need to put down the cell phones and the tablets and the technology, and they need to not be on the internet, not be on TikTok. That's the real, like that would be like the real 80s. And I was like, are you serious right now? Like, get a life. I'm sorry. And I say that because it's like, that's so stupid. I mean, I get what they're saying, but that's dumb. I mean, the ones of us who were in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 70s, whatever, 60s, whatever the case may be, anytime before, smartphones and the technology we have today and the internet, I mean, yeah, we didn't have that. But you know what? We have it now. And for those of us who, were before the internet and before smartphones, not every one of us, but most of us have it now, and we love it. So that's so dumb. I mean, these kids can be on TikTok and internet and on their smartphones all day and still, love the style and, the feel of, the 80s, the 90s, the 70s, the 60s, the 50s, whatever the case may be. And I've seen people say, well, I've seen people critique younger people when they do that, and they say, well, not everybody dressed like that. Not everybody wore neon. Not everybody did big hair. No, of course they didn't. Not everybody did that. That's true. Of course they didn't. Because, people, not everybody, but, there were people over a certain age when the 80s hit and people started doing big hair. I did big hair. Not everybody. And I was at the tail end of it. I was a kid in the slap in the middle of the 80s. But there were people that didn't do big hair because they still were stuck in the 70s, or they were stuck in the 60s, they were older, and the trends that came out, like big hair and neon clothes and stuff, maybe they just were older and they didn't want to do that, and that's fine if they didn't want to do that. There were people who were older who were like, they loved that when that came along. So they were like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do that. And that's awesome. But I guess it always aggravates me when people over a certain age, it's not one group I'm talking about, it's just people over a certain age, when younger people try to emulate throwback looks or styles that they just want to critique them into the ground, and you're not doing it right, or you shouldn't do that, or it's like, give them a break. If you want to help them, say, look, this is how we actually did it. Here, take some of my stuff I got packed away that I'm never going to wear again or fit in again or won't use. Here, have fun with it. Or, like I said, say, okay, when we did it, we did this, like, help them out. Appreciate it. Appreciate that they appreciated your time period, your heyday. I don't know, that's my rant. Which could also qualify as like, don't be mean to people. Don't be mean to people trying to have fun, So, that's all. Well, it looks like, yeah, I need to do this on my neck, don't I? Looks like I got this pretty good. People just need to be nice. Sometimes people get so, they're so rude to people. Don't be rude. Be nice. Appreciate. Don't hate. That's all. So, see, I'm going to get going again on one more thing on that. Same difference, but, somebody appreciates something that was before their time, you know, and then somebody from that time, like I said, comes through and is like, oh, that's not right, blah, blah. You mean you like this band or you like these movies, but you've never listened to this band or never watched this movie? How could you? How dare you? This music was so much better than that. This movie was the real deal back then. They didn't know about it. They weren't around back then. So introduce them to it, you know? Enlighten them. Say, hey, if you like that, you'll love this, you know? How are they supposed to know? They weren't around then. Or if they were around then, they might be a baby. Maybe they didn't know about it because they were a baby, you know? But I think it goes both ways too. There's nothing wrong with learning about stuff that's going on current. Even though you're over a certain age, some people say, oh, I'm too old. No, you're not. Learn about it. Within reason, of course. But still. And the reason I say within reason, I don't want to sound like a hypocrite. I'm just saying, you know, it's nothing wrong with learning about stuff and hearing new music. You know, just keep up to date. You know, broaden your horizons. Okay, let's see. I think that's good for that. Got some LA Colors mineral powder. I'm going to put this on and then I'm going to go set my powder with this. So broken out. I know you're going to say that. All that makeup is not going to help your breakouts. It's not. But we're going to work it out. Alright guys. Well, I will talk to you later. Bye. Have a good day.